Night shift stories. Let me tell you one of the most despicable things that I ever encountered in my 20 years of doing this. You know, as most people know, if anybody watches my videos, 20 years I've been doing this. I owned a large company in a large city for a lot of years. At one point I had 15 employees, and this is not a job where we're all at the same place and I can kind of keep an eye on people. You have to trust people to take your vehicles and go do the job that they're supposed to do and do it correctly. Well, let's face facts, shall we? You cannot always trust people. No matter how good they interview, no matter how good you think they are, people are weird and they can do some weird stuff, and they can do things to hurt your business, and that has happened to me, and that's part of the reason why I sold it and moved halfway across the country and went on my own, because people suck. This guy, he worked for me, and let me back up just one second. This guy had already been in the industry. In fact, I'm pretty sure he owned his own funeral home at one point. So I kind of thought that I was getting like lucky. Like, this dude already knows what he's doing. He's got experience. He'll do a good job. And he did okay for the most part as far as like actually doing removals. But he started not answering his phone, not showing up to work, being weird. You know, we ended up firing him. Anyways, he went into one of the funeral homes that we serviced, and he was caught on camera, and another guy that we worked with actually showed up to the funeral home to drop a body off, and he was in there. No mask on or anything, so he recognized him right away. Well, after the funeral home reviewed the cameras, what he was doing is he was going in and trying to steal gold teeth out of all the bodies. And he was also going through the cremated remains trying to find anything of value. Gold, silver, whatever. And this is the kind of crap that you run into. It's, you know, it reminds me of this industry attracts a lot of like great people, compassionate people, really, really good people, people who care, but it also can attract some freaks. You know, like they say, the freaks come out at night. And yeah, I was so pissed. You know, normally I'm not a violent person, but that one, you know, I wanted to go beat the shit out of him. And if I could have at least had a conversation with the dude, the first thing I would have said is like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you know how disrespectful that is? Stealing gold teeth out of a dead person. Absolutely despicable. Night shift stories. Peace.